If you like the video, please subscribe Technical PCT channel and click the bell icon to get the latest videos.
Good morning, everyone. So up to the last class, hybridization concept completed. So one student asked one doubt. Explain the hybridization of sulfur in sulfuric acid, H2SO4. H2SO4. What is the hybridization of sulfur in sulfuric acid? So central atom is a sulfur. Central atom is a sulfur. So number of bonded oxygens 4, hydrogens 2. We know hydrogen is monovalent, oxygen is divalent. Hence, sulfur is attached with 4 oxygens. It is oxygen. Next it is oxygen. Next it is oxygen. It is the 4th oxygen. Okay? Because of oxygen is divalent. Total number of hydrogens 2. So hydrogen is monovalent. Hence hydrogen, one hydrogen is attached with one oxygen. Another hydrogen is attached with the second oxygen. So sulfur 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds now. Next oxygen is divalent. Divalency of oxygen is satisfied. Hydrogen is monovalent. It's also satisfied. Here also same. Check these 2 oxygens. So here oxygen, we know oxygen is divalent. So to satisfy the divalency, oxygen and sulfur containing a double bond. So it is OH. Next it is OH group. It is S double bond O. It is S double bond O. It is the structure of sulfuric acid or bonding in sulfuric acid. We know already equivalent weights also completed. Sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid. Sulfuric acid is dibasic acid. Sulfuric acid is dibasic acid. Dibasic acid means it can donate 2 protons. So the hydrogen atoms which are attached with oxygen are responsible for basicity. Okay. So here 2 hydrogens attached with 2 oxygens. So basicity is 2. So equivalent weight of sulfuric acid is equal to molecular weight by basicity. Basicity is 2. So what is the equivalent weight? 49 kilo. So already covered in solutions chapter. So here what is the hybridization of sulfur in sulfuric acid? So take sulfate ion. Sulfate ion means SO4 minus 2 because of sulfur is attached with 4 oxygens. Hydrogens are attached with oxygen. So sulfuric acid is ionized to SO4 minus 2 and 2H plus ions. SO4 minus 2, 2H plus ions. So in this sulfate ion, find the hybridization of sulfur. Find the hybridization of sulfur. So P is equal to half into group number of central atom, that is sulfur. Sulfur belongs to 6th group. Next to it is attached with oxygen. So oxygen atoms are divalent. So P plus half, P is equal to half into group number plus monovalent plus anion charge minus cation charge. It is the formula. So half into group number of central atom sulfur, group number is 6. Monovalent oxygen is divalent, so number of monovalent is 0. Next it is anion. So it carries 2 units negative charge, means add the negative charge. So 6 plus 2, 8. 8 by 2, 4. So what is the hybridization of sulfur in sulfate ion or sulfuric acid? sp3 hybridization. sp3 hybridization. So sp3 hybridization in each state. First question. In sulfuric acid, hybridization of sulfur is sp3 in ground state, in the first exit state, in the second exit state, in third exit state. So which is correct? So here central atom sulfur forms how many bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bonds. It forms 6 bonds. So to form 6 bonds, it required 6 unpaired electrons. To form 6 bonds, it required 6 unpaired electrons. So to form 6 bonds, it required 6 unpaired electrons. So what is the ground state configuration of sulfur? Atomic number 16. Outer configuration 3s2 3p4. 2 plus 4 6 equal to group number. So and it has available vacant 3d orbital. So in the ground state, S has 2 electrons, P has 4 electrons. According to Ohm's law, each degenerate orbital is filled with 1 electron. Then pairing starts. So 1 pair and 2 unpaired electrons. It has a vacant d orbital. dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square y square, and dz square. It is the ground state. So in ground state, sulfur has how many unpaired electrons? It is paired. It is paired. It has how many unpaired electrons? Only 2 unpaired electrons. Hence, in ground state, it forms only 2 bonds. In the ground state, it forms only 2 bonds. But in sulfuric acid, central sulfur atom forms how many bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to form 6 bonds, it required 6 unpaired electrons. To form 6 bonds, it required 6 unpaired electrons. But in ground state, it has only 2 unpaired electrons. So it is possible in excited state. If one of the 2p electron is excited to 3d sublevel, it is called first excited state. It is called first excited state. So in the first excited state, one of the 2p electron is excited to vacant d orbital. So 3p3, 3d1, it is the first excited state. So in the first excited state, central atom sulfur has how many unpaired electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4. But in the formation of sulfuric acid, so sulfur forms how many bonds? 6 bonds. So to form 6 bonds, it required 6 unpaired electrons. So it is possible in the second excited state. Second excited state. So second excited state means this 3s electron is also excited to vacant the 3d orbital. So 3s1, 3p3, next 3d2, it is the configuration. So S has 1 electron, P has 3 electrons, first electron, second electron, third electron. It is the first electron, next it is the second electron, it is the vacant orbital, it is the vacant orbital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this second excited state, central atom sulfur has how many unpaired electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unpaired electrons. Hence it forms a 6 bonds. So in this second excited state, what is the hybridization of sulfur? sp3 hybridization. So 5 half-filled orbitals are available. Out of these 5, only 1 s orbital and 3 p orbitals are involved in hybridization. So sp3 hybridization. So what is the hybridization of sulfur in sulfuric acid? sp3 hybridization. In which state? In the ground state or first excited state or in second excited state? So which is correct? sp3 hybridization in second excited state is correct. sp3 hybridization in second excited state. So central atom is sulfur. It forms 4 hybrid orbitals in the first hybrid orbital. It is the second hybrid orbital. It is the third hybrid orbital. It is the fourth hybrid orbital. So it can form bonds with oxygen. So oxygen outer configuration 2s2, 2p4. So oxygen has 2 unpaired electrons. 1 pair and 2 unpaired electrons. So 1 unpaired electron can form sigma bond. It is oxygen. It is oxygen. It is oxygen. It is the oxygen. Next one. So this oxygen can form bond with hydrogen. Next one. It is oxygen. It is oxygen. So it is the sp3 hybrid orbital, sp3 hybrid orbital, sp3 hybrid orbital, sp3 hybrid orbital. So hybrid orbitals can form only sigma bonds. Next. Sulfur has 2 unhybrid orbitals. Unhybrid orbitals also called pure orbitals. So central atom sulfur has how many unhybrid orbitals? 2 unhybrid orbitals. So the unhybrid half-filled d orbital of sulfur is laterally overlapped with. So half-filled p orbital of oxygen, so it forms a pi bond. So this it forms one pi bond. It forms another pi bond with another oxygen. So it is the structure of sulfuric acid. So it is the pi bond. So sulfuric acid contains how many pi bonds? It has 2 pi bonds. It has 2 pi bonds. So what is the type of pi bond? What is the type of pi bond in sulfuric acid? So pi bond means if p orbital is laterally overlapping with p orbital, it is called p pi bond. P pi means p orbital is laterally overlapping with p orbital, it is p pi. Next one. If p orbital is overlapped with d orbital, it is called p pi d pi. So what is the type of pi bond in sulfuric acid? So unhybrid d orbital of sulfur is laterally overlapped with p orbital of oxygen. Hence, the type of this pi bond is so d pi p pi or p pi d pi. D orbital of sulfur is laterally overlapped with p orbital of oxygen. So it is d pi p pi bond or p pi d pi bond. So this pi bond is also same d pi p pi bond. So it is the structure of sulfuric acid. So what is the hybridization of sulfur in sulfuric acid? sp3 hybridization. Either in ground state or first exit state or second exit state means check the structure. So central atom sulfur forms 6 bonds. To form 6 bonds, it requires 6 unpaired electrons. So 6 unpaired electrons are available in only second exit state. So what is the hybridization of sulfur in sulfuric acid? sp3 hybridization in second excited state. Next, sulfuric acid contains which type of pi bond? So it contains either p pi bond or p pi d pi bond. Which type of pi bond? So it contains p pi d pi bond or d pi p pi bond. So number of pi bonds are 2. Both the pi bonds are d pi p pi bonds. Okay, it is the structure of sulfuric acid. Next, take another example. Here, first set. So among the following, the set of species having or isostructural species. Identify the isostructural species. So first one, I3 minus and XeF2. Next, the second species, second one, NCl3 and ClF3 or NF3, ClF3. Next, the third set of species, third set CO2 and SO2. So here 3 pairs are given. I3 minus XeF2 one pair, NF3 ClF3 second pair, CO2 and SO2 it is the third pair. So among these 3 pairs of species, isostructural species. Isostructural means same geometry. Okay. So first option is only 1. Second option is both 1 and 2. Third option is 1, 2, 3. Fourth option is none. So isostructural species. All are isostructural. Only first one is isostructural, or only second one, or only third one, or all the above, or none. So identify the isostructural species. Check the first one. I3 minus ion. I3 minus. So it contains iodine. Net charge is -1. Net charge is -1. So central atom is iodine. Bonded atoms also iodine. So it is iodine. Out of 3 iodines, one is considered as central atom. The remaining 2 are bonded. So find the hybridization. P is equal to half into group number. Iodine belongs to 7th group. Next one, iodine is a monovalent. Hydrogen, fluorine, bromine, iodine are monovalent. So number of bonded monovalent 2. So 7 plus 2. Net charge is minus 1 means it is anion. So add the anion charge, that is plus 1. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 by 2, 5. 5 means P value 5 means what is the hybridization? sp3 dehybridization. So 5 means sp3 dehybridization. So 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals, and 1 d orbital. sp3 dehybridization. Next, geometry. So geometry depends on the number of lone pairs. So number of lone pairs equal to formula P minus bonded atoms. So P minus B. So P value 5 minus bonded atom. It is the first bonded iodine. It is the second bonded iodine. So number of bonded atoms 2. 5 minus 2, 3. So sp3 dehybridization means geometry is trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. So central atom is iodine. Trigonal bipyramidal. It is the trigonal bipyramidal geometry. So out of 5 hybrid orbitals, so bonding atoms are only 2, remaining 3 are lone pairs. So position of lone pairs at the equatorial position. These are considered as equatorial position. These are considered as axial position. So bonded atoms are present on axial position. So what is the geometry of I3 minus linear geometry? So hybridization is sp3 dehybridization. Number of lone pairs 3 means number of bond pairs 2. Lone pairs position of lone pairs at the equatorial position. Bond pairs along the axial position. Hence, what is the geometry of I3 minus ion? Linear. Linear means bond angle is 180. So number of lone pairs 3, number of bond pairs 2, position of lone pairs in equatorial position, position of bond pairs on axial position. So what is the geometry of I3 minus? Linear. So okay na? So it is a linear. sp3 dehybridization. Number of bond pairs 2. Next number of lone pairs 3. Position of lone pairs equatorial. Position of bond pairs on axial position. So geometry is linear. Geometry is linear. It is iodine. It is iodine. So geometry is linear. Okay, linear geometry. Linear geometry. Next, HCF2. What is the central atom in xenon difluoride? Xenon is the central atom. So first find the P. P is equal to half into xenon belongs to 8A group, 0 group elements. So 0 group elements are also called 0 group elements. 7th elements are called halogens. 8A group elements or 0 group elements are called inert gases or noble gases. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Radon is the radioactive element. So xenon. So noble gases belongs to 8th group. So group number is 8. Number of monovalent plus M. Fluorine is monovalent. Hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So 8 plus number of monovalent 2. It is a neutral molecule. No positive charge or no negative charge. So 8 plus 2. So 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 by 2, 5. 5 means here also hybridization, sp3 dehybridization. Here also hybridization, sp3 dehybridization. Next, number of bond pairs, number of lone pairs. So number of lone pairs is equal to P minus bonding atoms. So number of bonded atoms are 2. So 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. Means number of lone pairs 3, total number of electron pairs 5. Out of 5, number of lone pairs 3. Therefore, number of bond pairs are 2. So it contains, like I3 minus ion, it contains hybridization is the same, bond pairs the same, lone pairs the same, Hence, the geometry of HCFT is also same, linear. So central atom is xenon. Central atom is xenon. Next one, geometry of sp3 hybrid orbitals, trigonal bipyramidal. It is a trigonal. It is xenon. Next to bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal. Okay. So it contains 3 lone pairs, like I3 minus ion. Position of lone pairs at the equatorial. These are considered as equatorial positions. Next one, bond pairs, axial position. So like I3 minus ion, XeF2 is also linear in geometry. So first option. So similar geometry means one is correct. Next, it's the multiple answer. Next, check the second one. So in the second set, first compound is nitrogen trifluoride NF3. So first calculate the P. P is equal to, what is the formula? Half into nitrogen belongs to fifth group. So 5 plus the number of monovalent. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and hydrogen are monovalent. So 5 plus 3, 8. 8 by 2, 4. 4 means what is the hybridization? sp3 hybridization. So p value 4 means sp3 hybridization. Next, the geometry depends on number of lone pairs. So it contains how many lone pairs? P minus bonding atoms 3. 4 minus 3, 1 means it contains 1 lone pair. So in sp3 hybridization, number of hybrid orbitals formed 4. Geometry is tetrahedral geometry. Out of 4 hybrid orbitals, 1 hybrid orbital contains pair of electrons. It is a lone pair. Next, central atom nitrogen forms 4 sigma bonds with 4 fluorines. It is like ammonia molecule. In ammonia, central atom of nitrogen has 1 lone pair. It forms 3 bonds. So what is the geometry of ammonia? What is the shape of ammonia? Pyramidal. So NF3 is also like ammonia, means pyramidal geometry. Okay. So in NF3, what is the hybridization? sp3 hybridization. Next, number of bond pairs. Number of bond pairs 3. Nitrogen forms 3 bonds. So number of bond pairs 3. Number of lone pairs. Number of lone pairs 1. So what is the geometry of NF3 molecule? Pyramidal. Like ammonia, pyramidal. So it is a fluorine. It is a fluorine. It is a fluorine. Next, check the next molecule. That is ClF3. ClF3 is also called interhalogen compound. Interhalogen means halogen is combined with halogen. It is called interhalogen compound. Okay. So first calculate the P value. For ClF3, calculate the P value. So P is equal to half into group number. Chlorine belongs to 7th group. Number of monovalent fluorine is monovalent 7 plus 3. It is a neutral molecule, no charge. So 7 plus 3, 10. 10 by 2, 5. So P is equal to 5. 5 means sp3 dehybridization. P value 5 indicates sp3 dehybridization. In NF3, sp3 hybridization. In ClF3, sp3 dehybridization. So hybridization is different. So in sp3 dehybridization, number of hybrid orbitals formed 5. Geometry of sp3 dehybrid orbitals, trigonal bipyramidal geometry. So central atom is Cl. Central atom is Cl. So it is these are equatorial positions. It is the axial position. Okay, trigonal bipyramidal. So number of lone pairs is equal to, it contains how many lone pairs? So P minus B. P value is 5. B value is 3. So 5 minus 3. So 2. Means here hybridization is sp3 dehybridization. Number of bond pairs, it forms 3 bonds. So 3. Number of lone pairs 5 minus 3. Number of lone pairs 2. So position of lone pair. And what is the geometry? So it is 1 Cl or it is F. It is F. Next it is F. Next it is a lone pair. It is a lone pair. So the shape of ClF3 is considered as a T shape. The shape of ClF3 molecule is a T shape. So it is a T shape. So lone pairs 2, bond pairs 3, hybridization is sp3d. So what is the shape of molecule? T shape. What is the shape of molecule? T shape. So NF3 pyramidal geometry, it has pyramidal geometry, but ClF3 is a T shape. So this pair of species, these pair, NF3 second pair, are isostructural or not? These are not isostructural. Because of first one is pyramidal, second one is T shape. Whereas in first pair, it is linear, it is also linear. So isostructural pairs are first one is correct, second one is wrong. Next check the third option. What is the third pair? First one is a carbon dioxide. Central atom 1, bonded atoms 2. Central atom 1, bonded atoms 2. Okay. So first take carbon dioxide. In a carbon dioxide, CO2. So P is equal to central atom half into central atom is carbon belongs to fourth group. Next oxygen is divalent. Next it is neutral molecule. So only 4 because of oxygen is divalent. So 0 it is neutral molecule. So 4 by 2 means 2. 2 indicates sp hybridization. P value 2 means sp hybridization. So carbon dioxide, we know the structure of carbon dioxide. So hybridization is sp hybridization. Next to C double bond O. Double bond O. In sp hybridization, number of hybrid orbitals are formed. So what is the geometry of sp hybrid orbitals? Linear geometry. Bond angle is 180 degrees. So C double bond O, C double bond O. Bond angle is 180. It is a sigma bond, it is a pi bond. It is a sigma bond, it is a pi bond. The carbon which is attached with 2 pi bonds, 1 plus 1, 2. Its hybridization is sp. So the carbon which is attached with 2 pi bonds, its hybridization is sp. So what is the hybridization of carbon in carbon dioxide? Sp hybridization. So what is the geometry? Linear geometry. Next, take sulfur dioxide. What is the central atom? Sulfur. Sulfur belongs to which group? Sixth group. Next, oxygen is divalent. So number of monovalent is 0. It is a neutral molecule. 2, 3. P value 3 indicates what is the hybridization? sp2 hybridization. In sp2 hybridization, number of hybrid orbitals formed 3. Okay. So P value 3 means sp. In sp2 hybridization, number of hybrid orbitals formed 3. We know the geometry of sp2 hybrid orbitals. What is the geometry of sp2 hybrid orbitals? Trigonal lemma. It is the first hybrid orbital. It is the second hybrid orbital. Next it is the third hybrid orbital. Okay. Next calculate the number of lone pairs. Number of lone pairs equal to P minus bonded atoms. P value is 3. Number of bonded atoms 2. So number of lone pairs equal to 1. So in the sulfur dioxide, what is the hybridization? sp2 hybridization. Number of bond pairs 2. Number of lone pairs. Number of lone pairs 3 minus 2 1. Number of lone pair is 1. So it is considered as lone pair. It is considered as a lone pair. So this central atom sulfur forms bonds with oxygen. It is a sigma bond. It is a sigma bond. Next to oxygen is divalent. So here pi bond is formed. Pi bond is formed. So S double bond O double bond O. Geometry of sulfur dioxide is angular. What is the geometry of sulfur dioxide? Angular. Or it is also considered as trigonal planar with one lone pair. Trigonal planar with one lone pair, like nitrite ion. Now, check all the given species. First one, I3 minus XCF2, linear, so isostructural. So first one is correct. NF3, what is the geometry of NF3? Pyramidal. What is the geometry of ClF3? T-shape. So it is a pyramidal, it is a T-shape. So not isostructural. Next, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Carbon dioxide, in carbon dioxide and single atom carbon undergoes sp hybridization, geometry is linear. Sulfur dioxide, sp2 hybridization, it has one lone pair. So what is the geometry? Angular. So linear, angular. So not isostructural. Pyramidal T-shape, not isostructural. Next, I3 minus is linear, Xc up to is also linear. So out of these three pairs of species, so only first pair is isostructural. It is linear, it is also linear. Okay, so it is also important example. Okay, the next one. So hybridization concept is almost completed. So ions, molecules, and different ions and molecules compare to studies also. The next. Okay, the next. Next two. Suppose it is a CH3. It is a CHO. What is the name of the compound? What is the functional group? CHO. It is aldehyde function. CHO is a aldehyde functional group. So common name is acetaldehyde. So what is the common name? Acetaldehyde. What is the IUPAC name? What is the IUPAC name? For aldehydes, suffix is Al. So this acetaldehyde contains how many carbons? 2 carbons. So root word is eth. Carbon containing a single bond. So first we write ethane. Next, for aldehydes, suffix is Al. This E is replaced by Al. So what is the IUPAC name of acetaldehyde? Ethanol, not ethanol. Ol is alcohol. Okay, so it is CH3. It is CH2. It is OH. So common name is C2H5. C2H3 plus H2, H5. So C2H5 is ethyl. OH group is called alcohol. So ethyl alcohol, it is a common name. But what is the IUPAC name of ethyl alcohol? It contains how many carbons? 2 carbons. So root word is eth. Carbon containing the single bond. So ethane. This E is replaced by OL because of suffix is OL for the alcohol. So what is the IUPAC name? Ethanol. Okay. So it is ethanol. It is ethanol. Okay. So in ethanol and ethanol, what is the hybridization of carbon atoms? Let it is the first carbon, it is the second carbon. It is the first carbon, it is the second carbon. What is the hybridization of carbon atoms in acetaldehyde or ethanol? So what is the hybridization of first carbon? What is the hybridization of second carbon? Okay. So take the first carbon. What is the hybridization of first carbon? Its structure is CH3. Carbon and hydrogen contains always sigma bond. Next it is C. For this carbon, tetravalency is satisfied by only single bonds. If tetravalency of carbon is satisfied by only single bonds, its hybridization is sp3. So hybridization of second carbon is sp3. Next, it is the first carbon. So it is attached with one hydrogen and one oxygen. Okay. So we know oxygen is divalent. So carbon and oxygen containing a double bond. So C double bond O H, it is aldehyde. So the structure of aldehyde is C double bond O H, it is aldehyde. So the carbon which is attached with one pi bond. Out of these two bonds, one is sigma, second one is pi bond. The carbon which is attached with one pi bond. 1 pi bond. Its hybridization is sp2. The carbon it is attached with 2 pi bonds. Its hybridization is sp hybridization. Okay, so here this carbon is attached with 1 pi bond. It is sigma bond, it is pi bond. Attached with 1 pi bond. Its hybridization is sp2. So hybridization of first carbon is sp2. Hybridization of first carbon, second carbon is sp3. So in carbonyl compounds, this carbon is called carbonyl carbon. So what is the hybridization of carbonyl carbon? sp2 hybridization. Then next hybridization of next carbon sp3, because of here tetravalency of carbon is satisfied by only single bond. Here carbonyl carbon is attached with 1 pi bond, and so hybridization of carbonyl carbon is sp2. Next, take ethyl alcohol. So what is the hybridization of carbon atoms in ethyl alcohol? It is a CH3. This carbon is attached with 3 hydrogens. Next one is a CH2. Next to OH. Okay. So tetravalency of this carbon is satisfied by only single bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tetravalency of this carbon is also satisfied by only single bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, divalency of oxygen is satisfied. 1, 2 bonds. Hydrogen is monovalent. So here this carbon is attached with only single bonds. This carbon is also attached with only single bonds. So hybridization of a first carbon is sp3. Hybridization of a second carbon is also sp3. So in ethyl alcohol, hybridization of both the carbon atoms sp3 and sp3. Okay, but whereas in acetaldehyde, hybridization of first carbon, carbonyl carbon is sp2, the adjacent carbon is sp3. Next, take acetone. Acetone. What is the formula of acetone? CH3CO CH3. It is the first ketone, acetone. So what is the IUPAC name of acetone? What is the IUPAC name of acetone? Acetone contains how many carbons? 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons. So root word is prop. Carbon containing single bond. So first we write propane. It is a ketone. For ketone, suffix is ONE. This is replaced by ONE. So IUPAC name of acetone is propanone. It is the simplest ketone. So in ketones, what is the first ketone? That is propanone. Common name is acetone. CH3CO CH3. So what is the hybridization of carbon atoms in acetone? Like in the first carbon, in the second carbon, in the third carbon, or what is the hybridization of terminal carbons? And what is the hybridization of middle carbon in acetone? Okay, write the structure. Carbon. This carbon is attached with 3 hydrogens. It is the first hydrogen. It is the second hydrogen. It is the third hydrogen. Next, it is carbon. It is attached with oxygen. C double bond O. Next, this keto group C double bond O is attached with another carbon. This carbon is also attached with 3 hydrogens. Okay, let's do the first carbon. Here, the valency of carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. So this carbon is attached to only sigma bonds. So what is the hybridization of first carbon? sp3. What is the hybridization of first carbon? sp3. Next, check the second carbon. So second carbon or middle carbon is attached with, it is a sigma. It is a sigma. Out of these 2 bonds, one is sigma, it is pi. So the carbon which is attached with 1 pi bond, its hybridization is sp2. Here, carbon is attached with only sigma bonds, means tetravalency is satisfied by only single bond. Then, what is the hybridization of this carbon? sp3. So hybridization of terminal carbons sp3. Hybridization of middle carbon is sp3. Right? Take another example. Acetic acid. Acetic acid is the common name. CH3COOH. Its IUPAC name. What is the IUPAC name of acetic acid? So for carboxylic acids, suffix is oic. So it contains 2 carbons. So root word is eth. Carbon containing single bond. So it is ethane. This E is replaced by oic acid. So what is the IUPAC name of acetic acid? Ethanoic acid. What is the IUPAC name of acetic acid? Ethanoic acid. Acetic acid is the common name. It is also called vinegar. So it contains nearly 15 to 20% of acetic acid. It is called vinegar. So acetic acid. What is the hybridization of both the carbon atoms? It is the carboxylic carbon. It is a methyl carbon. So what is the hybridization? Write the structure. CH3, carbon and hydrogen contains single bond. Next, carboxylic group. C, double bond O, OH. Carboxylic acid. Let it is the first carbon. It is the second carbon. This carbon is attached with 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds and 1 pi bond. Hence, hybridization of this carbon is sp2. So, hybridization of this carbon is sp2 because of it is attached with 1 pi bond with oxygen. Next, the second carbon. Here, tetravalency of carbon is satisfied by only single bonds. So, hybridization of this carbon is sp3. Hybridization of this carbon is sp3. Next. Next. CH3, CH2, Cl. What is the common name and what is the IUPAC name? Actually, in second year, it is the first chapter. So, what is the common name? CH3, CH2 means it is ethyl. This ethyl group is attached with the Cl. So, it is called ethyl chloride. It is called ethyl chloride. So, it is a common name. So, IUPAC name of alkyl halide is haloalkane. So, IUPAC name is chloroethane. What is the IUPAC name? Chloroethane. Commonly, it is called ethyl chloride. So, what is the hybridization of carbon atoms in ethyl chloride? So, ethyl group means it is a CH3. Next, CH2. Next, it is a Cl. So here tetravalency of carbon is satisfied by only single bonds. Here also only single bonds, no pi bond. So hybridization of first carbon sp3. Hybridization of second carbon is also sp3. Means in ethyl chloride, chlorine is attached with either sp3 hybridized carbon or sp2 hybridized carbon. It is attached with sp3 hybridized carbon. Next, take another example. Last example. Next to CH2, double bond CH, it is a Cl. So what is the common name? What is the common name and what is the IUPAC name? Common name is vinyl chloride. What is the common name? Vinyl chloride. In ethylene, one of the hydrogen is removed. It is called vinyl. If it is attached with the Cl, it is called vinyl chloride. So IUPAC name is, first we write ethane, carbon containing double bond. Ethane, this is replaced by, so it is ethane, it is chloro, so it is called chloroethene. Chloroethene, it is the IUPAC name. Vinyl chloride is the IUPAC. So what is the hybridization of carbon atoms in vinyl chloride? So it is the first carbon, it is the second carbon. So this carbon is attached with 1 pi bond. So the carbon which is attached with 1 pi bond, its hybridization is sp2. This carbon is also attached with one pi bond. So hybridization of this carbon is also sp2. So in vinyl chloride, chlorine is attached with sp2 hybridized carbon. Whereas in ethyl chloride, chlorine is attached with sp3 hybridized carbon. Okay, so it is a vinyl. Okay, so the concept, hybridization concept is completed. In the next class, we are going to start second year organic, that is haloalkanes. Haloalkanes are alkyl halides and aryl halides. Introduction, that is classification, nomenclature, next to isomerism, next to preparation, properties, uses of compounds. Okay, right.